Just throw that in the glove box.
This car is not from the motor pool.
No, it's not. Sexy though, isn't it?
So where's the office back at Division?
You in the office, baby. Going up. Today's a training day, Officer Hoyt. Show you around, give you a taste of the business, you know?
Ooh. Ooh. Oh! Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Halloween edition of Training Day with Tom Bardis. This is a special show because it's Halloween, and so that's exciting. We have a new guest on the show today, live in studio. That's a first for the show. This is Ashley Held, and she is our Falcons correspondent. I wanted to start the show off and talk about our local team here because they're really shit in the bed in the new stadium, and I don't think they deserve it. And so, hi, Ashley.
Hello.
Hi. So why in the world are the Falcons shitting the bed?
Because Matt Ryan is a piece of shit, and he sucks.
He does suck, doesn't he?
He does.
I think he's really do you think that this is just who Matt Ryan is and he just had a great season last season, or do you think that he's having a bad season?
He's always having a bad season.
He is, right? We pay him too much.
Probably.
We lost to the Miami Dolphins. They're all high on cocaine. I mean, it's Miami.
That's a harsh. That's a really harsh thing to say.
Well, I just feel
Why
like...
are you talking through your eye?
I'm not.
That's what it looks like.
No, it's my mouth.
Well, your beak's like...
So, yeah, well, we're excited to have you on the show. So this is Ashley. Any news that's going on in Atlanta, we're going to hear from her. We also have another guest on the show today, someone you guys may be familiar with. He's actually our highest rated show guest, and his name is Ben Street. Ben?
Oh, hey, Tom. How are you?
Wow, Ben, you look great there.
Thank you.
Why don't you explain what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I'm just filling out my waiver wire pickups for the week. Fueling up with some spinach here.
I love it. So how'd you feel? How do you feel where our league's at? What do you feel like this last week took us? Where do you feel like we're going? Give me your 411 on the league right now.
Well, I think the cream is starting to rise to the top here. Team Smith, Team Porter, Team Street all in the top three. No surprises there, really. Team Plummer, Team Connolly down at the bottom of the barrel there. Again, maybe not really any surprise. I think part of the interesting thing is that Team Riley, who I play this week, has the least amount of points for in the league, but somehow is managing to have a 3-3 record. That's obviously some pretty fortunate points against right there. And I think it's impressive that your team, you took 3 wins in a row together, and clearly the hottest team in the league right now.
Oh, I'm glad someone said it. I know that I've said it a lot, but it's about time someone else started recognizing it. My team is hot, and we're going to stay hot. And I know you and I had a bet about me only having 2 losses and winning the rest of the season, but I think that 3 is actually the magic number, and it's unfortunate I didn't bet that. So it looks like I lost the bet. But it doesn't matter. The winnings for the league will pay off my debts, and I'm fine with that. So I'm excited. We've had some interesting matchups. We've had some ties going on in the league. How are you feeling about that? That's pretty rare. And to have 2 in back-to-back weeks, what do you think that says about our league?
Yeah, I mean, you don't often see too many ties, and to have back-to-back weeks is pretty cool, actually. You know, it does nothing for the standings, just kind of screws things up. But, you know, those teams probably had high hopes going into Sunday night and Monday night and end up just, you know, with nothing, with a tie. That's just, you know, that's just no good. It doesn't do anybody any good. But, you know, I think what it says about the league is that it's just that competitive. You know, with that many guys, you know, both teams scored well over 100 points both weeks. And to just have it land on a tie just goes to show how evenly matched, you know, our league is.
I agree. I think it's pretty special seeing our league be so competitive this season because it's pretty rare for it to be that way. As we've seen in the past, you usually have your 4 teams that are good, and then you have the rest of the league that is pretty much fighting it out for last place outside of Shane Conley and Jared Plummer. We tried to get Whitney Plummer on the show today, Jared's wife, but we still haven't heard back from her. So, you know, maybe another time. Jared still is not getting the invite until he wins a game.
Yeah, well, who knows who's managing that team? You know.
Well, hopefully.
I think they're both hyphenating their name to Shot Plumber.
I agree. So, maybe he changes his name. Maybe puts a new logo up.
Maybe it's Team Shot Plumber.
I agree with that completely. I love it. So we're moving into the Halloween. We're in the Halloween season. We all, you know, we all have our own favorite seasons. Ashley, how do you like Halloween? What do you like to do for fun for Halloween? What do you do?
What do you do? I do a little trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
With my minion.
I love it.
Yep.
You guys, what's he wearing this year?
He's going to be Paw Patrol. Or Ryder from Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
That's a good costume.
It is.
I love it. Great. Ben, what are you guys going to do there out in, what are you guys going to do? I don't know if you'll be home or not.
And for the 29th. And then I think actually the team is going through a haunted house this year, so that should be interesting.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I haven't been in one of those in a long time.
Yeah, I refuse. My heart can't handle it. What's in the pipe, Ben?
What's that?
What's in the pipe?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
Or you just don't want to tell us?
I'll never tell.
Fair enough. We're moving on to matchup of the week. Who do you think, Ben? And I'm not surprised, you know, if my team's in there. I don't know your answer, but who's your matchup of the week?
Well, just looking through, you know, the matchups for week 7, you know, nothing really stands out other than the 5-1 Team Smith, who's in first place somehow after losing their best player, going up against none other than your team, the 3-3 Team Bardis, who, as I said before, is the hottest team of the season right now with 3 wins in a row. You know, just looking at the head-to-head matchup, Smitty's got, you know, a bit of a better projection than you do. You're going to have a new kicker, I'm guessing, since your guy's on bye, which will get you a few more points in the projection. But this is one I'll definitely be keeping my eye on. You know, these are 2 big-time teams going head-to-head in a pretty crucial week here. So, you know, it's an interesting matchup with a lot of Smitty's players are on the road. You know, Drew Brees is quarterback, headed to Green Bay, which is a pretty generous offense for quarterbacks. So he's probably looking for a big day out of him. And, you know, on your side, a lot of guys at home, especially one that sticks out, Le'Veon Bell, who seems to have really got things going last week. They definitely don't want to put the ball in Roethlisberger's hands. They're letting Le'Veon carry it. And, you know, I think that's going to mean a lot of points for you.
I love it. I agree with you completely. Le'Veon Bell's on fire, and Antonio Brown, he's doing good, but, if Roethlisberger can't figure it out, then it's all Le'Veon Bell from here on out, and I love it. Who do you feel like is going to make a move this week in our league, and why?
Oh, well, let me just have a look here at who's got these matchups. I think maybe the upset of the week could be Team Tice over Team Porter. Team Porter made a big trade there to get OBJ, and then unfortunately lost him to injury. One of his better players this week, Jay Ajayi, has been struggling and goes against a pretty good Baltimore defense. He's got Carson Palmer, who's, I believe, his best quarterback on bye. So things aren't looking great for him. I like Team Tice's chances in this one. Maybe upset one of the guys in the top three.
I love that. I think Team Tice has been a little bit of a sleeper. I wouldn't say he's been a sleeper. He's been pretty just quiet, but I'm excited for him to start making some noise. Tice, we'd like to have you probably on the show next week. We'll see, who else is in line before you, but, maybe you could come on the show. We'll see how it goes, though. I can't guarantee anything. So that's great. So last thing I think I want to talk about here is bold predictions for the week, and one bold prediction and one 2-touchdown stud that is not a major guy. So bold prediction of the week within our league. It can be anything. It can actually be in the NFL as well. Bold prediction.
All right. I'm going to go with a tight end prediction, and I'm going to say that Jimmy Graham is the number one tight end this week in our scoring.
I love that. Jimmy Graham is the number one tight end. I am going to actually go against you, and I'm going to say Jordan Reed is going to have 20 points, a 20 burger this week.
Wow.
So that's how I feel. And that does fall right into my 2-touchdown stud because he's going to have 2. So that will be my prediction on the 2-touchdown stud. How about you?
Well, I'm just looking at this here. I'm going to give you a good one. 2-touchdown stud.
Can we see the stats, Ray?
Actually, breaking news here this evening. Ezekiel Elliott will be playing this weekend, I believe. He was granted some other legal thing that's keeping him alive for another few weeks. We're going to go with Zeke. He'll have 2 touchdowns, but that is not too crazy. I am going to say that Alvin Kamara against Green Bay will also have 2 touchdowns this week.
Alvin Kamara. Really? I like that.
I like it. They traded AP out of there. Last week they fed Ingram. I think this week Kamara matches up a bit better against Green Bay, and I think he's going to find the end zone twice.
I love that prediction. Do you guys remember last week when I said AP would kill it, and I was afraid of him to kill it? Well, boom. Obviously, I know what I'm talking about here on this show, so just keep tuning in. I love that. I think that's great. Is there anyone else in the league that you think is going to have a big weekend? It doesn't have to be 2 touchdowns. Maybe a team, maybe a defense, maybe a team in our league.
I think going back to your Atlanta talk, they're facing the New England Patriots, and I believe they've given up the most points to quarterbacks, one of the most to wide receivers. I think those guys get right this week. Looking for a big week from Matt Ryan, a big week from Julio. And if those guys don't perform against New England, I think it's time to start getting really worried. I wouldn't be surprised to see those guys thrown up on the trade block if they don't perform this week.
I love it. I agree with you. I think they're going to bounce back. I think Taylor Gabriel's going to also have a big weekend. That's my prediction. And the New England D is brutal. So, well, I love it, Ben. Well, thank you for coming on the show. Ashley, thank you for coming on the show and being such a big fan of our league.
Oh, you're so welcome, Tom.
We really appreciate it very much. We couldn't do it without you. Without you guys. Well, all right, that's gonna do it today. Thanks for joining us on the Halloween edition. We'll talk to you guys later.
I would rather talk about
is a day, oh. Daylight come and we want go home. Day is a day, is a day, is a day. Daylight come and we want go home. A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana. Daylight come and we want go home. Hide the deadly black tarantula.